Hey guys, in this video, I wanted to tell you why you should be using this LeadsBot to generate leads and also how to set it up and just give you some other pointers. So first, let me tell you why you should be using this LeadsBot, this Taskbot to do your DM automations. As you could see from the title, it sends the DMs to audience that is engaged in any posts on Facebook. And let me show you that actually just by clicking on some of the posts here. And as you could see, this one is a sponsored one, just on my feed. Okay, so we need to find the URL link of this post. The way you find it is just by clicking on this and saving it into your saved folder. All right, so I have my saved folder right here. And here it is, video ask. So save from video ask, post, where it says post. And now we can grab that link. You see, this is the link for that sponsored message. So now you could see here that there are 75 people already engaged with this post. What does that tell you? These people liking it for a reason, because they are interested in this product, right? So if you have an offer that resonates with one of these sponsored messages, your competitor, I think it would be a great idea to message them, message all of these people and try to offer them your offer. So that was one of the reasons. But let me just go back, open it up right here. We're going to concentrate on entering the data to set up your taskbot. So with enter data, let me just show you the example how I ran this taskbot last Friday. So you have an idea what happens, how it sends messages, and how many replies can you get. It also depends on how you craft your DM, right? So, all right, so the first step when you're setting this up, this taskbot will be able to create what's called spin tags. What is spin tags, you may ask? Spin tags is like a variation of sentences so when you send a message, it always looks different. So then Facebook looks at you like you're a human sending these DMs. So what we need to do is to create a message that looks like this, which is a really looking crazy message because it has these curly brackets and then it separates the sentences, as you could see here, with this line here and all that stuff. You could create your own message somewhere on a Google Sheet Google document, and then try to figure it out how you would do this. Or you can, in step one, you can run this taskbot to create your own spin tags version of a message. So here are two options. You're going to be either using spin tags or run. So first, when you don't have any message, I would suggest that you do this. You're going to put your real message here, the way it looks like, normal version. So you just put it in here, and in here you pick spin tags, and that's it. So now what you do is, after that is done with spin tags, you can go ahead and run this taskbot. What's going to happen once it's finished, you're going to have this table here in data table. The spin tags is going to be generated here with ChatGPT. So what you do is just grab this whole thing and copy and paste it back into this data right here. It's going to ask you here. Step 2, insert your message to be used with DMs. So I have used one of these ManyChat posts from their CEO. And so I click on this, and then I could see that that's the post. So I grab the link from here. Okay, so that's the link. And I'm seeing it has, look how many people commented or liked on that post. Do you think that these people, since they're, they like ManyChat so much, maybe they might like also other automations, or maybe Facebook groups or whatever I'm just talking about right now, how to engage on Facebook posts. Okay, so I copied that link, then I pasted it right here. Step 4, how many of these post followers do you want to save into data table? So let's take a look again. We have 411 people that they followed or they liked this post. Do I want to save all of them into my data table, or only enough so I can send them a message today? Because otherwise, if you save all of them, the messages will have to be spread out through 50 messages per day. So I'll calculate that 8 days to send the whole group, approximately 8 days. Okay, so you could do that. You could save all 411 people in your data table. And then instead of saving them every day, because once they're saved, they'll stay in your data table, you can then next day switch this number to none, just like that. But let me just first show you what happens first. So I don't want to confuse you, because this the step number 4 is kind of, you got to think about it, how to set up. So if it's a 411 in that post, you're going to start this new fresh data table with row 1. So you're going to put row 1 over here. And also it's asking you what row number you want to start sending these DMs. It's also going to be row 1 when you first start. Now in here, it's asking you how many DMs, how you want to limit these DMs for each day. So after 50th DM, Taskbot will stop and will wait 24 hours until it can start sending another bulk of 50 messages. All right, so that's a mechanism that we have there to prevent from overusing it and not to get your Facebook profile restricted. Okay, so here is what I was going to show you with what happens if you have 411 contacts in your data table on a day 1. And now you already sent these 50 DMs on day 1. Now on day 2, you don't want to add any more because you have enough data in there that is waiting for your DMs. So what you do is here, before you run your Taskbot, you're going to change this number to the word none, because we already have generated. And we also have generated their full name and profile link. So also we're going to be changing this to none. So that's in that step 4. Be mindful of this. Actually, there should be step 4. Let me just refresh this just 1 second, because yeah, there's a 2 steps. Okay, so there's going to be none and a none. Now in step 5A is asking how enter the row number to start sending your DM. So on a day 1, it's going to be the first row. But then when you continue the next day, guess what it's going to be? So if we send the 50 DM on day 1, day 2 is going to be 51, right? It's going to start sending from the row 51. So that's how you just have to adjust this. So when on the first day, you have it all set to 1, you have all these numbers generated. And then from day 2 till day 8, this is going to be none. This is going to be none. You're just going to be adjusting this number because that's the row that is going to start sending these DMs on. Every day, it's going to be a different number, a row number. Okay, so the next step, step 5B, is asking if you would like to send these DMs everyone on the list. So why is this? On Facebook, people could be posting on different groups, on different posts. So there's a chance that on the same post that you're using today, they're on your data table on a list, or you already have contacted this person in past using this Taskbot, okay? So if you already send this message to someone and you don't want to send this automated message again, then you just leave it at no. But if you don't mind sending this message again because they received that message, they maybe didn't never reply to you, then you can just set it to yes. That's just the optional feature right here. And then we have these message memo, which is useful for you to note what was this message about. In a few words, you can describe the subject of the message. Then there is a post memo, so we know what post this was. You can also add the date of the post, so then you can reference this in your, maybe exporting this data into your CRM or your Google Sheet, so you have that extra information handy. Here, the very last step is, again, this is about when you're creating spin tags, which allows you to create 3 spin tags messages per day using my API keys. So if you wish to create more than 3, then just insert your OpenAI keys here and you're good to go. Create as many messages as you want. Just don't forget, we have this personalization feature. You can add their first name here or anywhere within that text, and make sure you proofread, because forgetting one bracket like that can create a chaos. And then when you see these messages being sent and they look like this, as opposed to a normal message like that, I don't think it's going to look very professional. And you can actually, here in Taskbot settings, to enable your Taskbot, so then you can see how it's sending messages. If you see that something is looking with those curly brackets, then you can just stop the bot, go back to your spin tags message and see where the mistake is coming from. Okay, so now let's go move into Messenger inbox here, and I'm gonna show you all those 44 DMs that were sent last Friday. So it's gonna be 3 days old. Let me just move this a little bit so we could see all that. And the ones that they replied, they're marked in green. That's a tagging system I'm using with a software that works with my CRM, where it then nurtures them into a sales funnel. But so here's one that replied right away. And so I then manually started the conversation, because that's what is used for cold outreach with automation, and the first message is automated. The rest should be like, depending what you sell or how you want to craft your funnel, but human conversation always beats the automation. And then you could see that we had a good conversation, and she subscribed today, actually. So out of those 44 messages, I got 5 replies. Can you get that with cold email? Well, I don't think so, unless your email contacts or leads or wherever you're getting them from are really qualified. I don't know where you're buying those cold leads from. Here you know where you're getting them from. Where you can go on your competitors' sponsored ad, like this one, for example, and just grab all of these followers here, 146 followers, and send them that initial DM. So now that you know how this Taskbot works, why don't you go and start generating leads for yourself, for your business? Subscribe to zerowork.io. Try it for 7 days free, unlimited posts. Use it as much as you can. And if you have any questions, please contact me through the Taskbot. Just click on this button here, Contact Creator, and I'll be there to help you. So I hope that you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.